Welcome to lesson one on finding your love partner. I'm really excited for all of you to be here. I'm really excited that you decided to join me in this particular special class. It's a very interesting class on this idea of love and what is a love partner. I think all of us really looking for something that is very individualized to who we are. I think all of us have our own personal definition of what love is. I think some of us are looking for the particular soulmate, right? The word soulmate comes to mind. Some of us are looking for twin flame. Some of us are looking for a partner, a life companion. Some are looking for platonic love. Some are looking for romantic love. Everybody is very different. And when it comes to love and our love language and our love orientation, all of us are different. Some of us are primarily our first impulse what we're attracted to is physical attraction. Some of us, our first impulse what we're attracted to is personality. Some of us, our first impulse what we're attracted to maybe just overall persons, maybe stability or what they bring to the table. Everybody's different. And I think for that reason, love is very personalized type of quest. There's no such thing as like a cookie cutting approach on finding love. There is only your approach in finding love. Having said that, what I want to share with all of you is, in my opinion, and this is my strongest belief, I strongly believe that we as human beings are really destined to love more than one person. Now, sometimes we don't. Sometimes we find that one wonderful person and they sail with us through the journey of life. And a lot of times we are destined to love more than one person. I don't have that strong belief that you only have one soulmate and this is it. I don't really have that belief at all. And if you do, that is fine. But I just want to share with you that as a psychologist, I've seen people find what they call their soulmate. And sadly, something happens to their soulmate and they're no longer with them. And I've seen people find their dual soulmate. I call it dual, so secondary soulmate, a new soulmate, another soulmate. So I have seen it all. I've also seen people who were really heartbroken from past relationship, and you might be one of them. I've seen people who had a terrible breakups. I've seen people who were coming from very abusive relationships. Before I worked in the specialty of adult transgender care, I used to work in the mental health services. So I worked with people with severe disabilities and also worked with people coming from domestic violence situations. So I have seen a lot of people with broken spirits. I've seen a lot of people with broken hearts. I've seen people who felt really hopeless and helpless about their situations because of things that have befallen them in this life, disabilities, other struggles, other things that really inhibited their ability to be joyful or to really enjoy their, for example, even their body movement without chronic pains. So I've seen it all. And I've seen how a human spirit is capable of either completely taming itself or having that hope and belief reborn. So if you are watching this, and especially if you're coming from past where you've been hurt, where your heart has been broken, first and foremost, I want to say the fact that you specifically have taken this class or taken this class is an indication that you are ready, that there is part of you that is ready to open up and to trust again, to open up and to step out there. And for a lot of you who have not experienced wounds, love wounds, let's call them love wounds, like is it Tina Turner that says love is a battlefield? No, it's Pat Benatar. Love is a battlefield, and it is a battlefield. I think all of us have wounds one way or another, but if for the rest of us who have some kind of love wounds, from minor to major love wounds, welcome on here too. The fact that all of us are here is that we're believers in love. I believe in love. I believe that the person I found is a person for me. I have seen so many people find their love too. So I'm like smiling. You probably have never seen me so, if you know me and you're familiar with my channel, you probably have never seen me glow so much because I'm all for love. I think love is the only way forward. And so I'm really, really excited about this class. Now, speaking about love, I want to share with you some of the tips. These are the tips that I share all of the time when I have clients who are ready to step out there and who are ready to find that person for them. For starters, let's acknowledge that this is an active process of finding love. And I'm glad you already took initiative to take this class. And the questions that I have created for you in a workbook, which by the way, I hope you download it or just have it on your computer. The questions that I have created for you are very intentional. Every class, any class you're going to take or have taken or planning to take from me is very, very intentional. I put a lot of integrity into what I do, and I do it with intent to truly give you tools, to give you things that are going to help you, something that you can actively utilize in your life. This guidebook is very intentional. The first intent of finding love is to actively put yourself out there, which bravo, all of you already taken this class, but it doesn't stop there, right? You will actually have to go out there and meet your person, because the truth is, if you're staying home doing this work and you can answer every single question out of 39 questions I have created for you in this workbook, and you can journal and dig deep into yourself, and you can find some amazing, deeply seated answers and aha moments. The truth is, if you're sitting home and your twin flame, your partner, your person can't find you, they won't. So even though this is the first active step to do this type of work, the most essential step out of this whole work is to just put yourself out there, which is challenging for a lot of us. It is scary. It really overwhelms a lot of us. Some of you have introverted personalities, so it already feels overwhelming. Some of you have had your self-esteem, your self-worth, your confidence deflated because of the previous relationship. Some of us are just haven't done this in a long time, so we're a little bit rusty in a dating department. Having said that, it's still very, very important for you to put yourself out there, because your person is not just going to miraculously knock on your door. It doesn't work like that. And people always get overwhelmed. This is where I want to give you the most important tip that I give to all of my clients. People always get very overwhelmed when they're thinking about finding their person. They're thinking, oh, I have to go there and I have to go dating, and I have to put myself on dating website. And I really don't want to put myself on dating websites. They never work out for me. I heard it all, trust me. And I've seen so many dating websites. I've seen Match.com, Bumble to Bumble, Hinge, OkCupid, Grinder. Maybe not the best dating website, but I've seen it all. It's really, again, depends what you're looking for. It depends. Maybe you're looking for sex partner. Maybe you are looking for a partner that is just going to give you fireworks every time. Everybody is different. So do you, always do you. That's really, really important in this life. With all the dating websites, the most major complaints I hear from people is that a lot of times it feels like it's really about physical, and you're being really quickly either dismissed or judged based on that. And a person doesn't give an opportunity to get to know you as a person. For a lot of people who already struggle with self-esteem and confidence, dating sites can also feel inferior and uncomfortable. There's also something about dating sites that feels very, almost like there's the barriers there. Here's my tip. I highly, highly, highly recommend this to anybody who ain't looking for love. Instead of using dating websites, what I would recommend for all of you is this. Find your interests. What are you interested? Just what are you interested in? Are you interested in reading books? Are you interested in obviously tarot and oracle cards? Are you interested in movies? Are you interested in hiking? Are you interested in animals? Are you interested in painting? What are you interested? Are you interested in music? Find at least 3 interests that you have. Then look around in your community if there are gathering around that interest. Match.com is a great resource for that. Now, find on Match.com within your radius, do you have any groups that get together? A lot of times they're completely free. I've seen people get together who like to watch movies and then have a glass of wine and talk about it. I've seen people who go on a hike every weekend together. I've seen people who get together in a class and paint for the first time. When I moved to Los Angeles and I was here by myself, I was very lonely. David, my husband, was in Portland, and I really needed connections and friendships. I started going to all women's book club, and that's how I became friends with some of the most amazing women who are friends to this day with me. So why am I suggesting for you to put yourself out there in terms of your interests? Because first of all, it's a great way to take away all of this wall of inhibitions, because one, you're going to a group where you're going there to fulfill your interest. So it's already a win-win. You're already getting something out of it. Two, chances are people in that group, not chances are, but I hope so, people in that group all have the same interest. So now you're already in alignment with people on the same frequency. It's also chances are you may start talking to people on a variety of subject matter, and your right person might end up being right there. Meeting people like that in groups, in settings where there's one particular theme unites all of you is, in my experience, the best way to meet somebody who ends up being somebody romantic for you. That's my tip number one. It's a great way. If you, by the way, if you're watching this and you're comfortable or you really prefer dating websites, fantastic. A lot of you may not prefer it. A lot of you may want to find a way in, and this is a great way in where it will make you feel more comfortable. This is something that works again and again amazingly with so many of my clients. Another tip that I have for all of you is, oftentimes, the minute we open up to love and romance, the minute we open up to the possibility of letting that person find us, we also opening up channel of that frequency. I know it sounds new agey, but we really do open up the channel of that frequency for the person who is looking for our energetic match to come into our life. And a lot of times, believe it or not, that person is within very close proximity to you. So it's a good thing to broadcast to your friends, I am opening up a relationship. I'm looking for somebody. Chances are your friends might know a friend of a friend or a friend who is ideal, perfect person for you. This is what happened for me when I met my husband 18 years ago. My God, I can't believe I've been married for 18 years. 18 years ago, my twin flame happened when I complained to my classmates when I was going through master's degree program that I really want to find the right person and I'm struggling. And she said, I have somebody perfect for you. Somebody who works with my partner right now, recently divorced, perfect guy for you. And that's how I met David, and we've been here ever since. So don't disregard that proximity, okay? Don't disregard all of that. So these are my tips. You can take it, you can live it. Now, before we dive into the rest of the classes, another thing that I want to say about this particular workshop is that the questions that I have designed are aimed, and I will walk you through them in class number 3, but they're very strategically organized to help you look within. We all need to look and re-examine our patterns of what attracts us, what we're looking for, what things we tend to repeat, so that we don't really necessarily tend to attract that which we don't need. So allow yourself some time. If you especially feel like you're not ready yet to put yourself out there, it's a great time right now to do this, to form relationship with yourself, to go deep, to use as many or all of the questions in the workbook, and to really spend time with yourself. It's really good time for that. If you're ready to do that and to go out there, still these questions are going to be really great for you. I want to say this: dating is Dating is meant to be fun. It's meant to be like playing on a playground. We are the ones who make it so serious. Reasons why we tend to make dating so serious is because one of the most important things that we tend to do, which is such a mistake, is we are looking when we go on a date, a lot of us, we tend to look for that at the person to validate us. We tend to look at the person um, to somehow validate some things within ourselves. And I think that's a wrong way to look at it, because that you're lending all of your power to another person. I recommend being more active. Look at it as you are actively discerning. You are selecting the partner for yourself. You are opening up your heart like a doorway, and you're saying, I am going to choose who's going to walk in. Be more active. Another thing that I want to say is this: rejection. Don't all hate the word rejection. Now, a lot of us hate word rejection, and I'm right there with you. It's such a word. I strongly encourage for all of you, when you start putting yourself out there, even if you go on a date or two or three and things don't work out, I strongly encourage for you to try to reframe it. Don't look at it as rejection. Look at it as redirection. Because the truth is, when another person communicates to you that you're not a good match for them, they're redirecting you. They're saying, nope, you went to the right, but I'm telling you, you really need to go left. So they're doing you a favor. They're also are saving your time versus not doing anything, and then the relationship develops, and then you find out they were never a good match for you. So look at all of those things as redirection. Ask yourself, where is the scenario redirecting me to? Where is this taking me to? And it's going to help you a long way versus looking at it as you're being rejected. Rejection is so personalized, I'm being rejected. Well, think about all the moments when you were the one who had to tell the person, you're just not a good match for me. Were you truly rejecting them? How can you reject somebody if you don't know them deeply enough yet? What you were actually doing is discerning for yourself, and you were redirecting that person. So I really encourage all of you to look at it as redirection. So I'm really excited for all of you. I super, super stoked um, you're taking steps for yourself. My motto in life is bet on yourself. Take a risk on yourself. Love is definitely taking a risk on yourself. You're not taking a risk on anybody else but yourself, and kudos to you. So excited for you. In video number 2, next video, we're going to have so much fun as I share with you decks that I think are perfect or more suitable for this type of work, and also give you clear guidance on how to select decks from your tarot and oracle collection. So make sure you check out that video. Make sure you watch all of the videos because they really build up on each other. And I'll see you in video number 2. Bye.